if you want, you can go to Fort Dragonia in the home world, where certain incubators haven't been broken.
Okay, we're going.
I should warn you, you have to do the 4 downstairs crystals again.
Oh, okay.
There are no bosses for it, though.
That's the Isle of the Damned.
Dragonia's on the main island.
Oh.
The volcano.
Oh, yeah. We could go here, right?
Yep.
Look, I can't keep all these different world maps straight. Going to the hurricane, it'll be fine. Right? What could possibly go wrong? Oh man, we have it, that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice breath. You gotta get closer. Get like to the edge of it.
Close enough?
You don't have to fight anything. What dolls you want. There are no bosses, and you do have to redo the 4 bottom floor crystals to activate the elevator so you can go down.
Hmm?
But the crystals don't have bosses in front of them anymore. You just have to get through the full puzzles.
Okay. I don't think we're gonna be. Oh yeah. That's okay. Sprig will be able to turn into one now.
There's the bright side.
You always have to look on the bright side of life. Yeah, even though I've never seen that movie, I know the song because I was a music major and we had a recital class. Only class you'll ever take in college worth 0 credits. Yeah. Choir class, 0 credits. It's like a lab. It was accessory to our lessons. But anyways. Yeah. And one of the musical theater majors sang that song. And I was like, that song's so cool. I've never seen Life of Brian.
We're gonna fix that this time.
Yes.
We take a Hunter x Hunter break and watch some Monty Python.
Oh, maybe we should. I wish we could figure out a way to do a watch party because I bet like Flame and Shadow would totally watch that with us Saturday. And
so would Eric. Oh, not Saturday.
Well, yeah. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Like, I've seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, but I haven't... You get a DMCA for a watch? Okay. I think if you go through the... Like, I was reading about this. There's actually a way, since Twitch and Amazon are, you know, in cahoots, you can do an Amazon watch party on your Twitch, and you're not actually streaming, like... You have to have Amazon Prime, and I think the people watching have to have Amazon Prime, and so therefore you're not actually streaming material that like that they also haven't paid to have access to. I don't know. It's like some weird thing. If you have Amazon Prime and you watch something on Amazon Prime, I believe you can do it, but I don't know.
What restricts the viewers to only Amazon Prime viewers?
I don't remember. I remember hearing another streamer talk about it. He said it was overly complicated and probably not worth it. Somebody wanted Granny to stream horror movies, like do a watch party for horror movies for October. And then they brought up the whole Amazon Prime watch party thing that Twitch is letting people do. But like I said, I think she was saying that like it's a lot for I don't know. But yeah, I definitely need to watch all of those again. But yeah, we've been watching Hunter x Hunter for the moment. Oh yeah, YouTuber commentary tracks. You have to own. They used to own the movie and play the commentary at the same time. Yeah, like they try to like sync it up so that you can watch. Yeah. I actually saw this interesting tweet the other day. Like I saw it because I follow Carnage on Twitter, and he was tweeting like apparently I think it was Ninja got a DMCA strike on a Twitter post from like years ago. I didn't even know you could get a DMCA strike on a Twitter post. Like what is one post to Twitter that can be DMCA'd?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was confused and I never was able to find the answer from reading the thread. But Carnage commented on Ninja's post that he got DMCA'd for an old Twitter post from years ago. Like, what do you get DMCA'd for in a Twitter post? I don't even understand how it works. While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna make one little quick change here to my elements. Allocate. Sprig has a revive, which like is like probably the stupidest one to put a revive on, because if she turns into something else, we won't have access to that, I don't think, anymore. So do this and let's put that revive. Oh, this is perfect. A spot for it and everything. Put the revive here on our buddy Lynx. Harley get a space? Oh, yes she did. Ah. What are you doing?
I was trying to look up that thing you're talking about.
Oh. I swear I saw it. It was a couple weeks back, though. So, you know, probably hard to find now at this point, but... Ko was confused about it, too. He's like, wait, what? And I know, like, Ninja's comment was like, yeah, and the post was, like, old. Like, it wasn't like it was a new post. It was an old post. I don't know if you ever saw the follow-up to that thing with YouTube. Remember they removed that one guy's post, that one guy's video, and then Markiplier challenged them to give him a strike too, and then they did. Like, YouTube admitted they were wrong and took down and did away with both of their strikes and reinstated the videos. Must be nice to be Markiplier. I mean, I like Markiplier though. He seems like a pretty cool dude. He does a lot of work for charity, which is good. I think he got like a lot of crap from like taking a step back from doing all the reactions. Yeah. Copyright, yeah. It's hard to be a content creator and deal with like copywriting. Like when you're putting like when you upload like these yeah, no, they won't be changed in any meaningful way. Not at all. It like I hate it for like when Gilded uploads some of these videos to YouTube. If we're too quiet during a scene where it's music heavy, we'll get copyright struck because the music is copyrighted. Like, how are you supposed to play a video game with no music?
I think the worst one so far was Xenosaga Episode 2. Like, almost every song in that soundtrack gave us copyright notices, so large chunks of the playthrough had to be muted, or they wouldn't have allowed me to show the video. Like, some of them, they're just like, okay, well, we're not gonna let you monetize it, and I'm like, whatever, I don't care. But like, some of them are literally like, no, you can't even show this video because it has this song in it.
Yeah, I remember there's that big thing with Nintendo like a while back. When Nintendo just wasn't gonna let you show any of their...
Nintendo wanted you to join like their system so that they could also get some of the monetization from your Let's Plays and stuff.
The thing about Let's Plays though,
they stopped doing it.
Yeah, it's good because like Let's Plays are good for a game. Like, instead of fighting against the Let's Players, why don't you like join forces with them? It's like, there have been a lot of times where I've watched somebody play a video game online, and then because I've watched them play it online, I too want to play it myself. Wow, that's rough. Only play Nintendo? What's been particularly interesting is watching all the different Mario Maker streamers try to find, like, Mario Maker, when the new Mario Maker dropped. Yeah, see, I get games all the time because I watch somebody else play it. I'm like, oh, that looks cool, I want to try it. And so then I go out and buy the game. Like, those game companies don't realize how much streamers and whatnot due to their ability to make their games relevant. And that sounds awful, but it's the truth. I just switched.
Yeah, Ninja said he got a DMCA strike on his Twitter from a tweet he did in 2017. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't see what the actual tweet was.
It all comes down to good old money, corporate greed. Yeah, like, I get the purpose of copyright, and I get like the whole like idea of fair usage, but like, I don't know, sometimes I am so lost as to nothing is working here.
What's up? Oh, this puzzle.
I've tried switching.
Aren't the stairs already? Oh no, it was the other one. We gotta do this.
Yeah.
You gotta get to where it lets you get to that little fountain tablet or
I haven't managed to get that to happen yet.
Have you changed your party order yet?
Yep. Several times. Okay.
You can do the one in the chest.
Yeah.
Actually, you stepped on that last time. This time you want to change your party order. No.
Nope. I've already had that party order. What do you mean, okay?
There's only 6 combinations.
I get that. I've done like 3 different ones of them and it's not getting me anywhere.
This might be the one to get you to the other side. Then you need to get where you can step the other stairs.
Yeah, you have to step on that thing.
Go down the stairs. Check the other side, see. Okay, so those stairs are up.
You have to drop those stairs. We have to do that via that little blue patch over there.
This setup doesn't help you at all.
No.
So you said that the other one from the blue pad you already done, so I guess switch party order again. Go step on the thing. Not that thing.
Okay. Well, this is annoying.
Alright, it's not somewhere.
I get that, but it's nowhere that's gonna help me because there's only one set of stairs. Oh, I'm sure people do. There's not enough checks and balances in the whole copyright strike thing.
Okay, that's where you go. Okay, we need to remember this party order because that's where you're going to want it to be. Push you stairs down.
Yeah.
It's Sprig, Harley, Link.
Yep.
Alright, so go ahead and step on the blue thing and do it again.
And then, like, when somebody copyright claims you, like, you don't really have any resource to fight it. How do you fight that? That gets me back to the... I've
Step
got...
on the blue thing again.
It's just gonna switch Sprig and Harley.
Pitch select again. Step on it again. No, the other one.
This one.
Yeah.
Also, like, it doesn't take very long of a song, like, legit. So I was, like, making, like, I tried to take some clips from Phantasy Star where I mocked the fact that the game told me not to be careful, that I would die out there, and then I immediately died. And I used, like, what? Oh. I used like 3 seconds of a song and they were like, and I got a copyright claim on it. But Beethoven's music is public domain at this point. Maybe it's over 100 years old with some stipulations, but most things that are over 100 years old become public domain. That's why so many different like I know this because when I was a music major, like you have like a band, you buy sheet music for your band. The reason why so many different sheet music companies can come up with like 50 different variations on Beethoven and Mozart's music is because it was Sprig Harley.
Yeah.
Okay.
So slash. There you go.
There we go. It's because the music is public domain, so they don't have to pay anybody a copyright fee for the music. So they can just slam down Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, you know, do their own Really? Beethoven can still get you copyright strikes on YouTube? People are dumb then. Beethoven is absolutely public domain. Shouldn't get you any copyright strikes. Beethoven, Mozart, Bach, those are all public domain. That's just somebody taking advantage of the of a system. This is my least favorite of all of them, which is why I did it first. Yeah, YouTube can be kind of sucky at times.
I mean, YouTube has to do that.
Copyright claim Beethoven?
Not Beethoven in particular, but they have to enforce all the copyright stuff or they'd be sued.
I get that. They could put better safety features in place for it, though.
Well, people try and register shit that don't really have the copyright to add to content ID. And the check and balance on that is that you can theoretically try and fight the copyright claim, although that's a pain in the ass.
That's the problem, is the check and balance to it is it's difficult and tedious and no one ever does it. So they get a copyright claim on a video that is, like, none of my videos have gotten strikes, but some YouTubers I follow have gotten strikes on videos that are 3 years old.
Yeah. Definitely a thing.
Like, some people, I've seen some people complain on YouTube about things that I'm like, I mean, you absolutely should have gotten a copyright strike. I watch a lot of crime documentaries, and recently, in an effort to not subscribe to like some subscription service, I've been watching YouTube videos of people retelling crime documentaries. An interesting perspective on it. And what's interesting to me is that oh, I messed it up. Is like they'll like straight up steal stuff off of some in Japan when a composer passes on their music is copyrighted for 50 years. Like, I watch this girl, and she does, like, retellings of crime documentary. But she straight up stole an interview with the victim's family from a TV show, and then complained that she got a copyright strike on her video. And I'm like, you stole somebody's content and you put it up. Yes, that's what a copyright strike is for. You are the reason why copyright strikes are necessary.
You also have all the reaction channels that are like literally showing TV shows and reacting to them. Like it's literally like, here's the whole freaking show. Or then you have the ones that are like, here's just 10 minutes of the show that I've edited down, and they put like the timer to be like, it's fair use if it's 10 minutes or less, right?
Yeah.
And so they'll show 10 minutes of the show, of a show that's only like 20-something minutes long. It gets even worse with some of them because like when it's like a really big episode, you'll see them break it into 2 parts. So 2 different YouTube videos, both with 10 minutes of the show, and the show's only like 24 minutes, so you basically put the entire episode on YouTube. Like, I would understand them getting copyright struck, and you see them trying to like get around the content ID system by like reversing the video, fading out the video, putting some kind of watermark over the video. Like, they're clearly trying to break through the copyright system. Those people I don't see an issue with.
No, not at all. I do see an issue when you use like 3 seconds of a... Okay, that's what drives me crazy though. 3 seconds. I use like 3 seconds of a song that is copyrighted and I get a copyright claim.
Yeah, that should be fair.
And told that I can't monetize the video, which I can't monetize it anyways, but whatever. But I watch people straight up show the entire episode of Judge Judy. And that's not copyright strike. I'm like, YouTube. Like, this is ridiculous. I used a soundbite. It wasn't even the full song. And then it only played like 3 seconds of it in my video, and that's not considered fair use.
And what about all those reaction channels that react to hearing a song for the first time, and they literally have entire songs, you know?
Oh, they're
I think they get around that by pausing during the song and talking or something.
Although I've seen a lot of reaction channels just accept the fact that they can't monetize those videos. So they'll do like a reaction and they'll get around that by having a Patreon where people pay them money to see the reaction videos that they won't get any money for.
Or some of them, like the anime ones, have a really hard time fighting the DMCA sometimes. For most videos, you'll see like 10 minutes of it or whatever. For some of the videos that I haven't watched up with, they'll be like, I put it on this other site that doesn't actually check copyright shit. You can go watch it over there, you know?
Yes.
I'll put the reaction here, but me actually watching the videos over there.
Well, what's interesting to me is even the guy that, even Legal Eagle shows, does reactions.
Yeah. I hope they figure it out, because like I like a lot of those reaction channels.
Oh, I love them.
But I mean, there's some serious legal issues there. And I'd hate to see one of these channels that I like get really big, just to get big enough for someone to go, oh, we can sue them.
Yeah. I've seen some of these reaction channels be completely blunt about the fact that they have been in legal suits with people. Like, it's come to that for them. I hate it for them, I really do. One of the guys that I watch react to stuff, he reacts to a lot of like TLC and Dr. Phil, but he doesn't react to the episode. He reacts to the clips of the episode that they upload to YouTube. Interesting Interesting idea. Still gets copyright. She's dead.
Yeah, she's taking a nap. She's just sleeping.
That's okay. This is why I moved the revive off of Sprig and onto Lynx. Because when Sprig turns into something else, she loses the revive.
Makes sense.
Also, she has to get up to like level 4 to even use it, where Lynx only needs level 1 to... Not gonna get it this turn. Defend.
I don't know why Robu's cousin won up on Harley. It's cool seeing all the different abilities that these enemies can have. And also the fact that you can doppelgang again from the enemies with different enemies.
Yeah.
The Sprig's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm like slowly finding that Sprig is one of my favorite characters. It was worth a shot, right?
Could have happened.
Alright.
You gotta get you a black summon. As you move into the second half of the game, you'll be able to get a lot more summons.
Like, so far I have like what? Like one?
After we get done with Silent Hill, we'll have one more.
Yeah.
You weren't completely sold on this combat system when you started, but starting to like it now, huh?
Oh.
And he's undead, so that hurts him.
Whoops. Whoopsie.
The cool thing is, like, Sprig can turn into monsters that, like, absorb elements, too. So, for certain boss fights, Sprig can be kind of crazy. Sprig might just have, like, the right monster for every occasion.
Sprig is pretty, like, Sprig is right up there as one of my favorite characters. I just legitimately am in love with this party. I don't know why. I wasn't sold on it at first. I was a little nervous. Why won't this thing die? You don't say.
You're bringing up an entirely black party right now.
I'm aware. What's a Lagoon Knight? I totally gets that in his hand. Interesting. I want to heal Sprig.
Blue mages are always some of my favorite characters in a lot of the games.
Oh yeah, they're versatile. Those feral cats. Oh.
When I get to Final Fantasy V, there's one class you can get that can, like, capture a monster.
Yeah?
And then in a later fight, basically throw that monster at the enemy.
That's pretty awesome.
Right?
Beginnings of Pokemon.
So you can, like, capture a bear, and then when you do a later fight, be like, big bear! You just throw a bear at him.
Speaking of bears, I still cannot get over the way that Phantasy Star illustrated
Bugbears?
owlbears.
Oh, owlbears, that's right. Owlbears are like the flying eyeball.
Yeah.
And like an oversight.
What was so weird is like they illustrated other monsters perfectly fine, so it didn't make a lick of frickin' sense. I'm not sure I remember.
You need to make it point down. No, unless you want to go to the other room.
No, I don't. Where am I supposed to be going?
Close that one. Go. Swap both of them. Go to the other side. Make it point up towards there. Swap
I made a mistake, okay?
That's fine. No,
I get that, but I mean, I know what
you're
I'm...
good to go.
I knew what I was doing as far as how to control them. I don't, this is where I can't...
You already got the... Did you already get the crystal?
No.
Oh, I thought you already had the crystal.
No.
Was the crystal the one on the right?
See, I think I need to go to the one... Okay, I know what I'm doing.
I was confused. I wasn't watching for a little bit there.
I'm aware. Go to... That one, yes. Which is what I was trying to do, and then you told me... Never mind.
I'm sorry, I got confused. I thought you had already done it. Yeah, the owlbear was literally a flying eyeball.
I didn't need to walk in there. Oh. Oh, that drops the stairs, right?
Yeah. I should work that back.
Gotcha. Yeah, which was interesting because that was also the sprite for the winged eye and several other winged eye typed monsters. But the owlbear, for whatever reason, was also that sprite, which didn't make any sense because they had it. Although, to be fair, the Chimera and the Sphinx were the same sprite as well.
No, they only had so many sprites.
Okay. Well, then don't have owlbears because that's not what an owlbear looks like. It was neither an owl nor a bear. That was such a bad moment. I was just like, I couldn't help it. I laughed because I was like...
I need to be fair to you, D. I died to this first.
What?
Yeah, I died to them too.
You gave me a hard time about that.
It was fun.
I made a clip of that because, like, I was like, "Oh, this is a highlight right here."
To be fair, though, also when I died to it, I was like, "This might kill me. Let me save the game and then run across it." And I was like, "For science," and I died.
Okay, but it was like Dragon Quest 1, so like, I didn't lose any progress. I just ended up back at the castle.
You lost half your gold.
By that point, half my gold wasn't very much.
Well, there you go.
I had already lost half my gold and half of that and half of that and half of that just trying to get there.
Honestly, Dragon Quest is very progressive when it comes to deaths. A lot of games back then, you die, you reload a save.
I think I remember I followed this dude. Oh, Robu.
We know you like fighting this guy.
I don't like fighting this guy at all. I'm glad to know that flooring got more people than just me. I guess I wasn't expecting it to kill me quite that fast because I was thinking about the poison that I had previously walked through. What really got me is I was one step away from being safe and then I died. Like, whatever, what can you do? What can you do? You can't do anything. You just gotta laugh, roll with the punches, and keep on going. And then I made up songs about metal slimes.
Oh, let's hear your songs about metal slimes.
I would sing it, but my voice is kind of shot. I can't carry a tune right now. And I'm not gonna sing a song and be off pitch. Claire was there for my beautiful song making moments. I clipped my song making moment when I finally made a song that actually made some sense. Those metal slimes were driving me crazy. I'm glad to know that Dragon Quest gets progressively better everywhere, especially in Dragon Quest. Oh wow, Dragon Quest 8. I'm a while off from Dragon Quest 8. I did not buy slime earrings, and I'm not sure how Gilded would feel if I dropped $150 on a slime controller. It's a PS4 controller that is shaped.
No, I've seen it.
Like
yeah, it's a thing.
I need to buy the slime earrings for sure. I just haven't picked out which ones I want. Slime earrings are definitely a thing. Slime controller. See myself playing some video games with a slime controller. You'll come over and be like, what's that? I'll be like, this is my slime controller.
It's such an awkward controller.
Oh, that's part of what's fun about it. You're an awkward controller.
That's fair.
You never brought me the slime from your office. You said you were gonna bring me that slime.
Oh, you really wanted my slime?
You said I could have it.
I'll bring you my slime.
To be fair, you were out sick for like 2 days last week, so you didn't really have much of a chance to bring me your slime. I mean, if you don't want to give me your slime, that's fine.
It's got a sticker on its butt that says that you need to shake it well before you.
Right, Claire. What's mine is mine, and what's his is also mine. Exactly how it works. Why do I have to shake it well before use?
That's just how you use a slime.
What, pray tell, do you use the slime for?
Slime-related things.
Dragon Quest Heroes and Dragon Quest Heroes. Which ones are those?
Those are the sort of Dynasty Warrior-ish.
Oh, yeah, you got me one of those for Christmas one year.
It'll be more fun though is the Dragon Quest Builders. Dragon Quest Builders is based on the world of Dragon Quest 1, and Dragon Quest Builders 2 is based on the world of Dragon Quest 2. After you finish Dragon Quest 2, you'll be ready to play both of those and know what's going on.
Fair enough. When you become what you hate. I've become a dodo.
Oh no! What have you done?
What have I done? I've become the most awesome badass monster in the whole game.
I wonder if you can just use your bite attack or if you have to wait for them to use it.
I don't know.
I think you can just use it.
No, you can just use it.
How strong?
Probably not that strong against this thing, but
It killed it.
it killed it.
But it seemed kind of weak.
Against that, but against another monster, it might be perfectly okay.
Yeah.
A shame we can't turn into a Cybot. That'd be freaking cool. Trying to remember. I want to say we come over here. That's just gonna go to the chest, but it's okay.
Chests are good too.
Worth.
Is it tornado?
It said. Why not? It said. It might have.
It was a tornado trap in the other one, but if it's tornado, then like that's a good element. Yeah, the level 6 green.
Only if innate color green.
Yeah, you have to put it. You have to put it on spray. That's a high level element.
We totally can. I mean, we've used Meteor Shower a number of times to spray. I mean,
Yeah.
there's definitely opportunities where we would use that with Sprig. Music is always, it reminds me of Bugum's dance. I don't know, every time this music plays I think about Bugum and his little booty shake before he attacks. Yikes.
I didn't really like Dragon Quest Heroes 1 was okay.
I liked it.
It's okay. It's not a bad game. It's fun. It wasn't really what I was looking for when I thought it was like a Dynasty Warriors Dragon Quest. I haven't tried part 2 yet. Like I liked the Hyrule Warriors, like the Zelda Dragon, the Zelda Dynasty Warriors is really good. And I'm really looking forward to the new one that's coming out at the end of the year. That's going to be like the prequel to Breath of the Wild. That's a Dynasty War, like another Hyrule Warriors. That sounds amazing, but I haven't tried out Dragon Quest Heroes 2 yet.
Speaking of tornado.
This is your first time casting a level 6 element, I think. An actual level 6. This song's fun.
Alright, dead. Alright.
I'm like super excited to start Final Fantasy tomorrow night.
Alright, so you're starting with the first Final Fantasy?
Yeah, I've got to pick what my starting party should be?
All white mages.
All white mages? See, I'm torn. Like, should I just do a regular playthrough and pick a regular party, or should I go with something like all white mages or a solo, like just one monk? You know? Wonder what you can make with a Dingenite too. This is kind of like a later game area that you're going to because you know you can come here to get draggy. I'm not sure what you can make with that material.
I think I picked up 3 of them so far.
But the game doesn't direct you to come here right now. That's your shortcut back.
I know.
There's some other chests too. I don't know if you want to go out of your way to get them.
I'm good. Can't wait for drag. Me either.
Only one more to go after this one. But who are you gonna kick out of the party to put Draggy in?
I don't know.
That's the hard decision, right? That's how I feel with the Final Fantasy party. I'm like, oh, I want all of them. You know, you only get 4. You can't choose all 6. And if you want to make it like a hard game, you want to choose even less than all.
I particularly liked my party that I chose.
You did what you did: white, red, white, and fighter, red, white, and black.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good party. Like generally, like if you pick a fighter and then you pick a white mage, a black mage, and then someone else who's good at fighting, like whether it's a thief, a monk, or a red mage, that's gonna be a strong party.
Although it's funny, my red mage had like the least health in the whole party.
Yeah, your white mage was jacked.
I know.
Normally, white mages are like the second squishiest after black mages, but your white mage was like a full-on battle cleric or something.
Yeah, my white mage was like, exactly. My white mage is like a frontliner cleric.
And your red mage really wanted to be a black mage. Like,
yeah.
Red mages are usually right up there, like probably second to warriors in tankiness because they can wear all the good armor. But like, he did not have any hit points.
No. Oh, that's right. As we defend the...
Which way do you want to turn it? All the way to the other side is south. I don't remember if that's... I think that might be the right.
White mage saw their weakness and killed it.
Yeah, that's how you do it. It doesn't get you to the chest, but it gets you to...
Yeah, red mages are kind of... They kind of remind me of like a bard.
Like, honestly, like red mages are really, really good in Final Fantasy 1 because they can use most white magic and most black magic.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get access to like the ultimate spells, but they get most of the good stuff, and they can use most weapons and most armor. I mean, they can kind of do everything. But yeah, like you said, they don't master everything. They can't do the best stuff.
Blood sword? What's the blood sword?
The blood sword is in Final Fantasy 2.
Oh, it's in... Oh. I don't know. I know nothing, Jon Snow. Here's what I do know. I'm gonna get draggy. It's the moment.
And blood sword's like a really, really big weapon in Final Fantasy 2. It's super strong. You don't have to... Oh yeah, you do have to activate that, I guess, to make the elevator. It won't stop. It won't summon the boss. You said it.
Okay.
There isn't a blood sword in Final Fantasy 1, is there?
Well, if there was one, I did not encounter it. I guess I could, maybe if I had gone into some of the bonus dungeons.
I don't think it's even in the bonus dungeon. There's some amazing equipment in the bonus dungeons, but I don't think the blood swords.
I skipped all the bonus dungeons.
The blood sword is a really, really strong sword in Final Fantasy 2. And it's in other Final Fantasy. I think it's in 3 and a couple of them. But like, not only is it strong, but it also like heals you. Like you like suck the life out of them.
Hurrah! What a good sleep! Good morning! Hey, where did everybody go? My big brother! My big sister! My kid brother! And my widow sister! Where did they all go? Are you my mother? Really? You look more like a father to me. Will you take me to mother and father? Sure. Jackie joined your party. They're great. Jackie, a boy or a girl?
I think he's technically a boy, but I'm not sure.
I was thinking about naming him Tony. Do you understand why?
Tony?
Yeah.
What?
Because Frosted Flakes are great!
Oh. From the tiger?
Yeah.
This is
I'll go with Dragon. Dragon's fine. We're like, we'll just get rid of links. We don't need them. I really wish that it was like that. Like, what do we need you for? Oh, man. Well, Sprig, it was nice knowing you. Oh, I'm so torn. I feel like we should get rid of Harley.
like Mew.
He is too cute. He's super cute.
The Charizard. Actually, he's more of a Charmander.
Okay.
Well, congrats on getting one of the characters that were high up on your list there.
Yeah. I'm excited.
It's sort of a lot of work to get at this point in the game. You have to work your way through that whole dungeon again. But you did it!
Yeah. But we did. Cough drop.
And another character you can
Yeah?
is also on your list.
Who?
I don't know if you'll be able to get him tonight if you're stopping at midnight though.
Oh.
Maybe I'll see if it is a future thing to discover in a month.
Who is it?
I'll give you a hint. When you're getting him, you can also get the Our Favorite Martian frame for your text notes. He's an innate white. You don't have one right now.
Interesting. All right, we have Draggy. Look at him, he hops. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I love him. I have a very interesting party right now.
He does sort of just hop, doesn't he?
Yeah, he like hop, floats, hop, floats. I love it. Oh man, I guess that's it for the night. Dang it.
That's it for the month.
Yeah.
Next time we do Better Half Blind, next Sunday, we will be starting Silent Hill 2 as October begins in the horror games. We should totally get you to play some like old horror games like the retro stream in October.
Yeah, I was looking at, what was that? Sweet Home?
Sweet Home? Yeah.
Though it's a Japanese only game, so we'd have to find a...
I'm sure there's a translation.
Make sure Gilded goes to bed.
What?
Go to bed, Gilded.
Okay, I'll go to bed. Okay, yeah.
Well, I guess we'll send you guys over to somebody else, and thank you guys for watching. If you like Gilded, obviously you're in the right place and you should follow. If you like me, you should go to DezshireCat and give me a follow because I also stream and I'm pretty cool. Just saying. Oh, he doesn't. The man can probably program while sleeping. So, anyways, thank you guys so much. I appreciate every single one of you. It was a beautiful night. And thank you again to Sean Stellar for gifting out all of those subs and for subscribing. We really appreciate it.
Thanks everybody for showing up tonight for Better Half Blind, one of my favorite nights of the stream. And I hope that some of you guys can come by tomorrow because we are going to be starting the Final Fantasy franchise playthrough tomorrow night, where we're going to be playing through the whole Final Fantasy franchise, which is going to be 30 separate games. Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 13, 2, 13, 3, 14, 15, 16 by the time we get there, 10 to Dirge of Cerberus, Crisis Core, Mystic Quest, Tactics, Tactics Advanced, Tactics A2. I'm playing 14. We're not doing 11. Unless, but if people really want 11 and they start like campaigning for it, maybe I'll change my mind, but at the moment I'm not planning on doing 11. But I could easily be convinced to play through the main story of 14 because 14 is a lot of fun. I like that game. And I've never beaten it yet, so, you know, I could totally see myself being convinced to do Final Fantasy 14, and people have already started trying to convince me, and I'm very easily convinced on that one. A paper cutout summary of 11. I've never played 11. It was the first Final Fantasy MMO. It is one of those kind of MMOs where you need to party even to grind out in the world. Like, monsters start getting really strong. I've only played the very beginning of it though, and I don't think I really don't think we're gonna be doing 11. So we can kind of skip 11, but let me see. I got Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 4, 5, Mystic Quest, 6, Tactics, 7, 8, 9, 10, Tactics Advance, 10-2, Dirge of Cerberus, 12, Crisis Core, Tactics A2, 13, Final Fantasy The 4 Heroes of Light, Final Fantasy 4 The After Years, Final Fantasy 14, Final Fantasy Type 0, 13-2, Lightning Returns, 15, possibly The World of Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Final Fantasy 7 Crystal Chronicles, and Final Fantasy 16. It is going to take us at least a year to get through all of those, but we are going to start working on it tomorrow night. So I hope y'all can come by for that. I'll show off my... I'm gonna start showing off my southern there. I said y'all. Anyways, I am going to raid on over to another streamer that I like, whose name is Vision, and he is playing a game that I don't even know tonight called Genshin Impact. He says something about it being like Breath of the Wild, so I'm intrigued. Let's go find out what that's about. Say hi to Tuli for me, you know? Let him know that we're raiding in and we all like his stream or whatever. And I hope you guys Alright, so Final Fantasy Legends and Final Fantasy Adventure are actually the Saga games and the Secret of Mana games. They actually have nothing to do with Final Fantasy. They just put Final Fantasy on the title to make it sell better in the States. So,